Hello Explorers, welcome back. It is Wizarding Wednesday. So we're going to be working in Wrigley's birthday binder. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So $125, not a ton. But it's still something. Will I pull more money? Maybe. It's only my second time cash stuffing into this binder, so I really haven't figured out what a good amount is to cash stuff into here yet. So, I do think I have new challenges, though. Give me 1 second. I think I had some challenges that... Okay, this one needs to be done in here. So, you know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead and do this one to start off. A 1. Oh, you know what? I forgot I was doing 2. So, a 1 and a 5. So, that's not... Ah, marked on my hand. That is not the marker I wanted. So, now we've done every number on here at least. So, $6 to start this one off. I don't actually know where this one is in here. It's probably way back here. There it is. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, let's start at the beginning and see where we can get in the binder. Alright, starting off with Plan to Save. Trying to see if we can get everything in that we need to. Let's do this one. So that's $4. This one's hard to do because I put stickers on top of stickers, but also, I have really bad vision and the gray blends in with some of this, so I kept scratching this thinking that there was still scratch off sticker on it, and it's not. It's part of the image in the background. Give me 1 second. Okay. So $4. We'll just do the 1 for right now. So I want to make it through the binder, and then we'll come back if we can. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, $12 in this one. I don't remember how much this one brings in, because I have done this one before. Okay, we have London Trip. This was a printable, and I don't recall who it was from, but we're going to go ahead and do 2. So 6. And we're just going to color in the little dots as we do them. So we're putting $7 in here. So 5, 6, and 7. And we're not going to count this one since it is a mystery. Next up, we have Diagon Alley, and this is from my shop. And that is 11. This one's going to save $100. And it should be numbers 1 through 15, but honestly, I didn't write it on here, so it may not be. Pretty certain it is, though. Usually with my $100 ones, I do anywhere from 1 to 15. So we're putting 11 in here. 10 and 11. So in this one, we have 10, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, $30. Not too shabby. Okay. This one is from Ren at Mischief Managed Budgets. And this is probably the 3rd time I've done this one. Let's do this up here. So that's $6. All right, so in this one, we have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And this one brings in 75. This one is from Steph's on a Budget, and this is my third time doing this one. Let's go ahead and do 2 on here. You can tell I just put stickers over top of her stickers. So we have a lollipop for $4. And we have a chocolate frog for $5. So we're putting $9 into here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And this one brings in 75. I think this one, if I remember correctly, is actually off a little bit. Or I miscounted it last time that I did it. Okay. This one is from Lemon Ivy, and it just reminded me of Professor Sprout's herbology class, which is why I did this one. Let's go ahead and do, I'm going to do a 20, because we have a 20 sitting back there, and I don't have any, like, huge challenges in this binder. At least not yet. So we'll take that 20. Oh, we did 20 last time. So we've got $40 in this one. This is another one from Lemon Ivy. And we are going to do... Let's do this 11 down here. So that's 10 and 11. So in this one we have 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, $25. So I paid for our flights. I also paid for, oh yeah, this one is different. Okay, so we roll a die. 2. Oh wait, no, we roll a 12-sided die. Hold on. We roll a 12-sided die. That's 8. Foul, double the next roll. So we need to put $10 in there. And we're not going to count this one because this one's going to be super random. I purchased our flights for this trip. What did I end up paying for them? I ended up getting them for $1,500 round trip for all 4 of us, direct flights, which was absolutely amazing. And I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I think it was on Monday in the minis, that I bought us backpack. I bought me, Lennox, and Wrigley carry-on backpacks. The flights that we have round trip, they come with a free personal item and a free carry-on. I had bought us backpacks that are going to be enough, honestly. With those backpacks, we won't have to pay for any luggage. Because the kids can definitely fit all their clothes in their 2 backpacks. I can probably fit a majority of my clothes in my backpack. Plus, we're going to get 4 carry-ons, which are like the overhead. And then there's also Corey's. But Corey's personal item will have all of his electronics in it. So, not really electronics, but it'll have like all of his camera stuff in it. So that will wipe out like his clothing. His clothing won't be able to fit in there. But yeah, so we're not gonna have to pay for any luggage, which is amazing. I did have to pay for seat selection because I Googled that airline, and they don't guarantee that families will sit together unless you pay for a seat selection. So after everything, after fees and all of that nonsense, the total was $1,800 round trip for 4 people to London. I thought that was pretty darn good. With seat selection and everything, I was like, okay, this is amazing. And it's direct. So our flight is literally 8 hours, 8.5 hours. I'm like, absolutely, this is awesome. So I did pay for those. The hotel is confirmed, kind of. So they confirmed it based off of my original dates. And they are giving me a media rate, so I'm partnering with them, but I'm also paying for it. But I'm not paying full price. I'm getting a media discount, which I don't normally do media discounts because at the end of the day, that's like me paying to work for you. However, it was a very, very steep discount, and it was either that or I pay full price somewhere else, and I really wanted to stay at this hotel. The location is amazing. The hotel has a really cool backstory. And it's a 5-star hotel, which I don't normally do 5-star hotels at all, but I really wanted to stay here. So I accepted their media rate. But they gave me my confirmation number based off my original dates. I didn't purchase, so I didn't want to buy flights until I had confirmed the hotel. But by the time I got the confirmation for the hotel, flights had gone up for those exact dates. If we were there one less day, if we flew in one day later, then flights were back to like being really, really good pricing. So I bought the flights based off one less day, which means I'll obviously be at the hotel one less day. So I just need them to adjust those, my confirmation so that we're there one less day, which will actually save me money. So, because since I'm paying nightly for the hotel at a media rate, I won't have to pay for one of those nights as well. So that's what I mean by we kind of had the hotel confirmed. Like, it's confirmed. I just need them to adjust the date slightly. So I have not paid for that. I'm going to pay when we check in just because this is kind of a last minute trip and that'll give me a little bit longer to save up that money. So instead of paying it right now, I don't have to pay it until we check in. Even though I will obviously have all of that money for it, like way before we check in, I'd rather that money sit in a high yield earning some interest before the trip. Even if it's only a couple of dollars. That couple of dollars will go into my emergency fund and help build up my emergency fund because every dollar matters. So we got 15 on this one. I've obviously already paid for flights. I just paid for flights out of money that hadn't been cash stuffed yet. So even though flights are technically paid for, I'm still going to do this challenge because we need money for the trip anyways. So 10, 20, 35, 40. $40 in here so far. If I would have waited on the flights anymore, they were starting to go up. And that's why I had been stocking them. That's another reason why I hadn't bought in the flights, because they kept going up and I was worried that we actually weren't going to end up doing the trip. When I originally started looking at flights, they were $1,700. There for a while, they had went up and they were at $2,200, which, I mean, and that's for all 4 of us round trip. And even though $2,200 is not terrible, the fact that I had seen them much lower meant that it probably wasn't a good idea to buy them at $2,200, knowing that they do go down. So when they dropped down to like 15, I think it was like 1530, 1550, something like that. I was like, I need to book these because that is even less than what I had seen them at when I first decided to do the trip. And typically I decide to do a trip because I find flights for cheap. That's more than likely the reason that I will decide to do a trip, because I'm like, hey, I found, flights are pretty inexpensive to this place. Let's go here. And I had really been wanting to do this trip. So when I saw that flights were like $1,700 round trip for all 4 of us, I was like, absolutely. And the fact that I paid even less than that, because that literally never happens to me. I almost always end up paying more than what it was when I started planning the trip. So I feel like that's a win. That is a win. So we're putting $10 into this one. So we now have 25. We just did a media event. I'm filming this on Saturday. We just did a media event on Friday. We actually did 2 media events. Corey and I did one without the kids because my friend Becca and Jason were in town. They're the ones that helped us when we broke down in Mississippi. They were in town for 9 days, and just so happened that one of the media events I was invited to and I thought I was going to be going alone to, they invited Corey as well as working media. But kids couldn't go because they did give us alcohol and whatnot. And so my friend Becca was like, drop them off with me. We're going to have a day just going pin trading around the different resorts and then make them reservations for Epcot because we're going to, once we're done pin trading, we're going to go over to Epcot. She planned everything out. She had pre-ordered, like pre-mobile ordered Mickey waffles for them, and like she had the whole day planned out for the kids. So we dropped them off at Fort Wilderness with her, and then they spent the day with her while we did that first media event, and then we picked them up around like 2 o'clock. I came back home, took a nap because Corey and I were exhausted. So were the kids though, because they had to get up early too. And then at 6:30, we had a media event as a family at Aquatica, which is SeaWorld's water park, for the first night of Aqua Glow, which was so much fun, you guys. Oh my god, it was a blast. And I found out the tickets are really, really reasonable, so we might actually do another one, like just on our own, because we had so much fun. So we're putting $6 into here. 5 and 6 while we are running out of money. You know what? Instead of taking another 5, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really hope that was correct. I don't remember how much I had in here. So yeah, we had an absolute freaking blast. What is this money from? You guys, I don't know what this money is. Oh, this is for the dice. Okay. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, $11 left. Let's do some more on here. So 7, 5, 6, 7. So we'll do a 4 and a 3. So in this one, we can count this one because this one tells us how much it saves. 10, 15, 25, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, $40 in here already. That's amazing. I guess I didn't need to put more money into this because it ended up being like the perfect amount. So now we have $4 left. So what I'm going to do is, it's not enough to risk it on that, but we have $3 we can put into our catch-all for a spot on our catch-all. Let's do green. So $3 for our spot on our catch-all. And then we actually have a catch-all in this binder, but I only do it for if it's single dollars. Otherwise, we would just fill this up immediately. So we're going to put that $1 extra into here. Yeah, I don't care. No, because me and Daddy got treats for you guys. So just wait until then, okay? Alright, so now we're going to do dailies. So this one, we got a 2, a 2, a 2. And I know you guys have not seen me finish this yet, I don't think. I don't remember which video I finished it in. I can't remember if you saw it or not, because I know things were out of order. But not this one, but the last daily that was there. So we're going to put $2 in there. We're not going to count this one until it's completely done. Completely. We are going to be working our way through this binder. I think I have 2 challenges to add into it because I bought them too late. But otherwise, we're going to be just kind of finishing up that binder. And then we have this daily. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I decided I am going to be using ones in this for right now because I need to go to the bank. And to avoid going to the bank, I have all of the money from the F-Bucks. So I did film this video unstuffing these F-Bucks and counting them and everything. You guys will see that soon. So I have all of those ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those ones in my cash stuffing. I have the money sitting in my bank account so that when I go to the bank, I can order the euros that I need. Otherwise, I was just going to have to take those ones to the bank anyways. I was literally going to take them to the bank, order euros, and pull ones out anyways. And then they're going to look at me sideways like, why are you depositing ones and asking for ones? That makes no sense because they don't know what I'm doing. So it just saves me that headache. And now when I go to the bank, I still have to ask for ones because I need them for Bucks binder. But I'm not going to be depositing a bunch of ones because I'm going to use those ones in my savings challenges. Which means now I have an excessive amount of ones. Trying not to say how much I have because you guys haven't seen that video yet. But now I have an excessive amount of ones. So they're going to be going into this challenge instead of putting in like 5s and 10s and stuff. But little workarounds like that is how I keep from having to go to the bank all the time.
Is that too much XP?
Or having to do too many transactions at the bank. Alright guys, that is officially all that I have for you today, and I will see you back here tomorrow for Lennox's birthday binder. So until next time,